Never underestimate the power of jet lag. Got back from LA yesterday. Landed at around 3 p.m. UK time. It's now Thursday. Little late starting the vlog this week just because I was late finishing last week's vlog. Showing you everything around California. But we are back in the UK and back on the grind. Tomorrow I have a shoot with a horse veterinary clinic in North London. I'm going to drive over there and we're shooting some talking headshots for the members of staff, for the vets. Anyway, anyone who works there, we're shooting a talking headshot for. And I need to sort a few things out today with the camera, understand a few things, how I'm going to shoot it outside, because we are shooting outside. With the sun, the weather's pretty good in the UK at the minute, so the sun's probably going to be beaming. Need to figure a few things out. And I'll be doing that this afternoon. Now, as I am going to be shooting outside tomorrow, I've bought a reflector. Comes in this compact circular package. You kind of pull it out and there we go. To reflect the light onto my subject's face, I've got a reflector. This also has a diffuser and which you can unzip and see here, and also has a gold reflector as well. So hoping to use this tomorrow and get some good depth within the shot. This is a nightmare to fold back up. Actually, it's okay. But yeah, hoping to get some good depth in the shot using this, get some good light on the subject's faces. But as I said, I need to have a little bit of a practice today with my cameras and this reflector to figure out exactly what type of look that I want to get tomorrow, exactly how to position my subjects with the sun. I'm planning on having the sun behind the subject, the reflector using that as a key light from the sun, but it's going to be a 2-camera setup as well. So as I would do with a normal key light, I will shoot straight ahead and one of my cameras off to the left. And then what I'll do is I'll put the reflector on the right hand side so that the camera on the left is shooting on the shadowed side of the face. It's what I've done before in the past. It's worked pretty well. But like I said, I was shooting with lights and not a reflector. So need to practice that a little bit this afternoon. And so another thing to bear in mind with the shoot tomorrow as well is the client wants the footage 3:2 aspect ratio. Now, there's gonna be many places where this footage might appear. One might be reels on social media, one might be YouTube. There's various places that they want it on the website as well, so they want more of a square aspect ratio as well. But because we have all these different crops that we might potentially need, I'm gonna film it wide at 3:2, and then I can hopefully crop out all of the different 16:9, 9:16, and then a square aspect ratio as well. Anything that they might need, certainly in the future. Another reason why I just need to practice. I've never shot in 3:2, so I'm going to do a little bit of a practice today and then just see how those crops might work. So the idea is I'll use the reflector and you can see the reflection from the sun coming onto the subject's face as I move it. That can be somewhat intense depending on what angle I hold it at, but if I'm closer to the subject, it gets more intense, whereas if I stand further back, then it's a bit more of a diffused look and less intense on the subject. See, that's super intense now, isn't it? And you feel like you're squinting at that?
Yeah. Although there was, when you're further still, if it's like directly at the eye, that's still worse.
Okay. So I think the idea will be, I don't have much space on the garden here, but the idea will be that I'll probably move more around to the left so it's not directly into the face. So it's more of a side light on the subject, much like you would if you had a key light usually. Okay, just a small test there, but I think if anything, that's going to give me an idea for angle that I need to hold the reflector at, which side. Also gave a little test for the aspect ratio that I need to film at tomorrow as well. But for now, I think based on what I've tried out today, I've got enough information to get a good job done tomorrow. It is Friday morning and it's 5:30 a.m. I'm on my way to my shoot this morning. I've got just under 1.5 hours drive to the north of London. And yeah, it's just an early morning, isn't it? The shoot has to be early this morning because all of the staff have to go out on calls during the day. They have appointments, so we've got to get this done before their workday actually starts. So yeah, it's an early one for me today, but we'll be done by around about 12, which means that I get the rest of the day, probably to sleep. Let's see though. Looking forward to the shoot. It's been one that's been on the cards for a while, but it's just taken some sorting out. I have asked permission to take you behind the scenes, and yeah, you're gonna see some of what I'm doing today, which is great. So yeah, let's see how this drive goes. I'm hoping there's absolutely no traffic on the roads. 1.5 hours, I'll be there. Wish me luck. First time client. Okay, so I've just arrived and there's some beautiful scenery here actually. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up here initially, have this as a bit of a backdrop. We've got the sun to the right-hand side here. So by the time we start in an hour, it's gonna be a bit further on, but I'm hoping still behind the subject. And then we've got another 2 potential locations to film, but I'm just figuring out where's gonna be best. That's gonna offer the best depth of field and also the best lighting conditions. So let's see how we get on with it, but I'm gonna set up here for now and see what we're dealing with. Yeah, but it's fine. Once we've got these ones, we're good. Camera 1's recording, camera 2 is recording, so when you're ready, please.
Hi, I'm Laura, and I've worked at Bounder Equine since 2023, and I love being an equine vet. Everyone in the team at Bounder Equine is determined to deliver clinical excellence, and it's so lovely to work within such a friendly and joyful practice team.
Got back from the shoot around 2 hours ago, and it took me 2 hours to drive back as well. So that is a long day. 5 a.m. this morning, 2 hours to drive back, got me back at 4 p.m. I stayed an extra hour because we just needed to get things finished. I don't mind, it's a new client, extra hour's nothing. So I stayed an extra hour, drove back. Now I'm heading to the gym, but I've uploaded the footage already, took a quick look at it. Not had a detailed look just yet, but took a quick look. I'm relatively happy so far. I'll know more once I've tried to put a bit of a color grade and stuff like that on it, but overall I'd say positive shoot. I want to hit the gym now, and I'll tell you more about it tonight. Few takeaways. Some things I just want to discuss, let you know what's going through my head. I've had a chance to look at the footage as well since getting back from the gym there, and I just wanted to talk about the day in general. It was a long day. I had 2 hours to drive to the shoot, 2 hours to drive back. And the whole shoot was just talking headshots. Now, I'd love to know how you guys deal with people that are just not great at talking on camera. I get it. as soon as a lens is presented and you have to talk to the lens, it's hard, regardless of whether you're a good talker or not. They were reading from a script, putting it politely. They weren't that great at talking to the camera. They had to keep looking down at the script, reminding themselves of what the script said. And then I think they were just overthinking it, thinking too much, trying to memorize it in the moment. And therefore it just came across unnatural. Now, of course, I can keep doing takes and takes and takes, but there's only so much that I can do to encourage someone. And I think that if someone just hasn't got it, they just haven't got it. So I did look at some of the footage. Some of it does feel quite unnatural. But like I said, I'll try and do the best editing that I can do. Another thing I noticed from today's shoot as well was, so we had quite variable lighting. The sun was in and out all day. It even started drizzling at one point. So, of course, you don't just have sun's in or sun's out. There's also different levels of it being out, different lighting. The client wanted 3 different locations as well. So I was in a battle really with the lighting. So some of the footage looks, all of the footage looks great, but some of it just looks better. So maybe there's going to be something I have to do in the editor to align it all a bit better. But any tips on that stuff as well, shooting outdoors, would be massively appreciated, because that's my first time really to this extent shooting outdoors. So I'd imagine there's only so much control we have, right? Like I said, I had a reflector, diffuser, but I just feel like it's completely dependent on, the weather and the lighting. So any advice whatsoever about that, drop it in the comments, let me know. This edit doesn't have to be done for a little while. The client's out of action for a while, so I'm going to send the footage over this next week, organize it, send it all over, and then eventually I'll have the edit to do. And hopefully things turn out fine. But let's see how things go. Overall though, positive about it. But if you guys have any questions based on my experiences on this, do let me know again in the comments. Happy to help wherever I can. And keep watching, because there's going to be more of this to come. Every day is a new experience. Every week on the vlog is a new experience. So really appreciate you tuning in and watching again. And as usual, YouTube is suggesting that you watch this one here. So if you're enjoying what you're watching, by all means, keep watching, and I'll catch you guys next week. But for now, I'm Ash, and this is Amix Motion.